Okay, think about this for a second. We spend so much of our time relying on digital networks to tell us exactly what's happening online, right? I mean, we know instantly if a server crashes, if a friend is typing a text message, or if a website is down for maintenance. But our physical world, it's still surprisingly, well, analog, and honestly, pretty disconnected. So in today's explainer, we're diving into a really fascinating concept called the silent signal. It's basically a smarter, unseen network that bridges this massive gap between our hyper-aware digital lives and our completely blind physical spaces. And the best part? It does this while totally respecting personal privacy. Let's get into it.
Starting off with Section 1, the unseen presence problem, or the cost of assuming.
To really get why this tech is such a game changer, we have to look at a super relatable everyday frustration. Picture this, and I guarantee you've been here at least once. You drive out of your way to visit a local shop. Let's say it's a specialty hardware store. You pull up, and the lights are off, the door looks shut tight. You walk up, maybe kind of cup your hands to peer through the dark glass, trying to see if anyone is moving around inside. Nothing. So naturally, you think, well, nobody's home, and you leave. You totally miss out on what you needed, and the shop misses out on a sale. But the crazy reality, the owner was actually in the back room the whole time, doing inventory. They were right there, but the building itself had literally no way to communicate that to you. And this complete lack of physical status updates, it leads to massive inefficiencies in the real world. Just the simple friction of guessing causes this huge ripple effect. Think about all those wasted trips across town, burning gas and time, just to verify if a place is open. Or, and this is the worst, finding one of those dreaded "sorry we missed you" delivery slips taped to your door when you were literally just upstairs giving your kid a bath. Then there's the unnecessary waiting, like sitting outside an office wondering if the person you're meeting is even inside yet. Right now, our physical world is just full of guesswork, and honestly, that guesswork is a massive drain on our daily lives.
That brings us to Section 2, Enter the Silent Signal and Smart Activity Detection.
So here is the core of our explainer today. This is a completely fresh way to know what's happening behind closed doors. By definition, the silent signal is an AI-powered activity detection system that instantly broadcasts a location's live smart status. So instead of relying on a human to remember to, flip that little plastic open or close sign in the window, this system automatically translates physical presence into a digital status. It basically acts as an invisible, intelligent network for the real world. It takes a dumb brick-and-mortar building and turns it into a smart space that can silently tell the whole neighborhood, hey, I'm active and available, and it does it completely on its own. Now you might be wondering, how exactly does it know someone is there without being explicitly told? Well, it uses localized AI to pick up on environmental clues. Its detection capabilities are focused on human movement, ambient sound activity, and overall presence patterns. And look, we're not talking about those basic, easily fooled motion sensors, the annoying ones that shut the office lights off on you when you're just sitting quietly reading a book. No, this is way more nuanced. It can actually differentiate between the rhythmic spinning of a ceiling fan, a dog walking across the room, and genuine human activity. It understands complex patterns to know for sure if a person is occupying a space without them needing to jump up and down waving their arms to prove it.
Which leads right into Section 3, Smart Activity Without Cameras, and how it protects your privacy.
I know exactly what you're probably thinking right now. Wait a second, doesn't detecting human presence so accurately mean we're basically giving up our privacy? It's a totally fair question, but the crucial point here is the contrast between the old way of doing things and this new framework. The old way of monitoring a space meant CCTV live streams, or intrusive phone calls asking, hey, are you there? Or literally knocking on a door and disturbing someone, just highly intrusive stuff. But the silent signal way is fundamentally different because it requires absolutely zero live camera streaming, none. There are no raw video feeds or audio recordings being beamed up to some cloud server. Instead, it relies entirely on edge computing. That means the system processes all that ambient data locally on the device itself, immediately throws out the raw feed, and only broadcasts a totally anonymous, intelligent activity signal. So your privacy, completely protected from the ground up.
To put that into perspective, imagine opening an app on your phone to check on a location before you head out. What you get isn't a camera feed, it's a super clean, simple interface that boils all that intense AI processing down to a basic status indicator. It's brilliant. A green dot tells you active now, meaning the shop is bustling or the office is full. A yellow dot means quiet but available. So maybe that shop owner is back in the stockroom, or someone is deep in focus at their desk, but they are definitely there. And a red dot simply means no activity. The building is actually empty.
It gives you instant, highly contextual info to plan your day without invading anyone's personal space.
Moving on to Section 4, Real-World Applications, going way beyond the dark shop.
Now that we see how it protects privacy while giving us this gold mine of data, let's look at who actually benefits here. And spoiler alert, it goes way beyond just saving you a trip to a closed bakery. It's obviously perfect for local shops, but think about office spaces. You could instantly know which conference rooms are actually physically occupied rather than relying on some outdated digital booking calendar. Or the logistics industry. This is a huge one. A delivery driver's GPS could automatically ping a home's silent signal to verify someone is active inside before they even attempt a drop-off. Boom, failed deliveries practically eliminated. And here's an incredibly vital use case: elderly safety. Families can verify that their aging parents are safely moving around and active in their homes, maintaining their independence without anyone having to install creepy cameras in their living room.
Let's zoom out a bit for Section 5, a silently aware future and building the smart city.
The scale of this potential is just massive. It shifts from being a cool daily convenience to becoming a literal foundational piece of our future infrastructure. It's like a giant puzzle. Step 1 starts at the micro level, right? Individual smart hardware nodes in specific rooms. Then Step 2 links those up through the Internet of Things, integrating them directly with our existing smart home and smart office setups. Step 3 is where it gets super fascinating, layering in advanced AI analytics. This aggregates all that anonymous data to map out neighborhood or citywide activity flows. And finally, Step 4 plugs all of this into full-scale smart city systems. Imagine city streetlights that only turn on full blast when a block is actually active, or buses that dynamically change their routes based on real-time ambient presence in different parts of the city. It's a massive leap toward a hyper-optimized, energy-efficient society.
And finally, Section 6, your next app idea and the fresh opportunity. Okay, so the sources we analyzed for today's explainer highlight something absolutely crucial, especially if you're an entrepreneur or a developer listening to this. This concept is completely fresh. It is an untapped market right now. The literal building blocks to make this happen, the edge computing hardware, the secure APIs, the simple mobile UI, they all already exist. But the unified platform that ties it all together into a ubiquitous network, it doesn't exist yet. You could literally take these concepts, piece them together, and build this application today. The opportunity to define how the entire physical world communicates its status is just sitting there, wide open.
So we're going to leave off with a really powerful quote from the source material. The future is not just connected, the future is silently aware. We've spent the last 20-ish years just aggressively connecting our devices, right? Well, the next 20 years will be about our physical environments intuitively understanding us, anticipating our needs without us ever having to hit a button or check in. It's this incredible balance between ultimate convenience and these ambient, invisible networks. So the big question remains, will you be the one to build the app that makes our connected future silently aware? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer today. I really hope this sparked some deep curiosity and maybe gave you a few game-changing